by and down the river. But yeah, if you've anything you'd like to say about the other stuff, feel free to let me know. You know, it'd be nice to hear other people's perspective on things.
What is it?
Still no sign of Tyrande. We cannot leave her alone in this nightmare.
Agreed. But we have no idea how to find her. We will do our best. But this waystone may be our only means of escape. There's a way out of here. And there has to be a way.
Use the hell bots we
We
get.
will return for her.
I swore I saw Tyrande on the load screen there. Really? He's having decency to come in a pack at me. Or, you know, something that I can just fight AoEing down. Iridescence. Sounds familiar. I think I've seen that guild float around before. Gorgoa.
I hear something stir.
I see it too. Hell yeah! I knew you were a shit.
I heard you were soundly beaten by a force of wretched champions, which...
Like I said, it's a good thing the lantern was destroyed. I was gonna say it was twisted to Yogg-Saroth, but it would have been twisted to these guys. Remember what Azeroth, Sylvanas was gonna use on the others.
What is this madness?
This sound. It's unbearable.
Keep moving!
But yeah, remember she gave Sylvanas a lantern that would have corrupted a year to her service and given her a ton of corrupted Valkyr. It would have instead corrupted a year to the service of Jailer, presumably. I was thinking it was going to be Yogg-Saroth, but
Yes, Baine.
presumably he was going to corrupt it. About the lantern was going to corrupt her a year to the service of the Jailer. So it's a good thing Gen destroyed it. Again, there was a hint that Heya had been tainted by Yogg-Saroth, or at least indirectly manipulated against the Titans by a Yogged individual, the Loki up in Northrend. So, you know, her objects shouldn't be trusted. Who knows what of hers will be tainted, you know? Don't want to, and people were saying, oh, but the Valkyr army on the undead, great weapon against Legion. Yes, it would be, if you could trust it. And trust the wielder, but beyond that, you couldn't trust that the object wouldn't be tainted. Think about it. There's a massive Legion invasion. Suddenly, a third party enters. And fucking massive old god invasion. Warping the dead of the Legion and your side against you. And you helped it. That's going to sow discontent within your own faction and lead to political chaos and upheaval in the middle of now a two-way war that can't be attritioned down. It already couldn't be, but the attrition, like the Legion is infinite mass, it needs to be decisively struck. But now, for all the Legion's deaths, they're, while leave behind the corpse, are now risen in service of the Jailer or an old god. You know, it's even more, attrition's even more your enemy. So it would be an even worse scenario. And that honestly looks like a Death Knight rune forging thing. They haven't really gotten any updates to their weapon rune forging, have they? Kind of suck to have a faction only profession. Well, a class only profession. So I suppose that's why. Then again, give it to... No, you couldn't really give one to all. Still sucks to leave it at the wayside, though. Ah, Sylvie. But yeah, that's what I've been thinking since it happened. People were saying how useful it was, but I couldn't see it as anything but a likely threat to, you know, to a manipulation. Like a threat to everyone. Like, oh, I'm gonna use this to fend off the Legion, and Yogg Sagat's got an army. Shit.
I will do what I can.
The Jailer's Baine. This is worse than we feared.
I find your spirit unworthy. Baine! No!
His wounds are mending, but his spirit remains weakened. I've never seen anything like it.
I believe I have. In a place very far from here.
Maybe it's the ennui the orcs faced after the demon blood left them, and because there wasn't a wound on them. Their body was healed, but their spirit was just drained. But yeah, I'm not. Others were just criticizing his look, and yeah, I'm not really a fan of it. Others were like, oh, like, you know, pointing out like suddenly he was a massive player all along, and just suddenly coming onto the scene. But I suppose we're kind of more like going into the, you know, the full cosmology of the setting. If this guy is stuck over in his own realm and not really, you know, taking visitors, it kind of makes sense to us to not know too much about him. Like the Lich King didn't know shit about him. Like, well, the other guy didn't know shit about him. But at the same time, WoW writing is the best, so I'm trying to bullshit out something to excuse it here. Oh, my throat. Might need to stop soon. I'll be glad for this. I'll be glad for this day when this place. I'll be glad for the day when this place is behind us. Wounds beyond flesh. Even as Baine's flesh mends, the spirit grows closer to death. I have seen dark magic like this before. In the Shadow Moon clan, those minions must have inflicted a similar malady upon Baine. The only cure for the Shadow Moon's curse was find the object to use to curse the spirit, to poison the spirit, and shatter it. Sorcerers of this realm wield ornamental daggers. That might be what we're looking for. We must find the one that they used on Baine, quickly. Well, it's a good thing it wasn't one he has personally. Good axe. The damn fool for throwing my axe at Siag. Kinda look forward to his focus. The battle ahead won't be easy. I'll need another weapon to help us fight to the Waystone. Looks like these soldiers have plenty of ornaments. Let's keep an eye out for one I can use.
Together, we are strong.
There's a halberd here. Well, it's none but halberds.
A crossbow? I prefer to strike my enemies face to face. I suppose it's got heft to it. Let's see what else we can find.
Ultimately, he is a kind of a warrior. He's a shaman, but shamans are melee people.
For staves, but at least it won't break in a melee. Let's keep looking.
But yeah, shamans here are very much melee focus. I actually think about it, same in Grim Dawn.
A serviceable weapon, though I've never understood why the Alliance seems so fixated with swords. Too much blade, not enough haft.
It's kind of the whole knight aesthetic, really. Flares. Good to see more Troll. Since I'm an Alliance person, never got to see much of them.
Too long a handle. Better than nothing, I suppose. Let's take one more look.
I need to get closer.
This must be the dagger. Baine's blood still stains its blade.
Firstly, unhygienic. Secondly, how can you be sure it's his? Does it inherently monogram whatever weapon it's on?
At last, a this weapon. If the jailer comes, he will taste my steel. Well,
He's a bit anal about the weapons he uses. Though, he used Doomhammer for ages. I suppose that was a special thing. It's an ancestral orc weapon. So, he really likes his axes, but Doomhammer's a solid exception. We can only hope Baine's curse was inflicted by one of the sorcerers here. We're fortunate to find the sorcerer who poisoned Baine's spirit. I need your help breaking its link to the High Chieftain. This lacks the balance and craftsmanship of good Frostwolf axe, but it'll have to do. Let's get moving. Now that we have the dagger, it will take the combined will of all of us to sever the weapon's link to the High Chieftain. Jaina, Anduin, and I must do our part to keep Baine's spirit grounded, so it'll be up to you to deal with whatever force is unleashed when the blade is broken. Are you up to the task? Come on, you coward. Why do you only serve me here, horsey?
be prepared for whatever comes.
This curse is tearing his soul apart. You must defeat it quickly.
I'm not assistant.
Hold on, Baine! Do not let the jailer take you!
There's a bit of talking before it goes in, so I want to see that. Is there not? Really, it was just a place. Fucking jackass.
When I break the blade,
Ah.
be prepared for whatever comes.
This curse is tearing his soul apart. You must defeat it quickly.
Yes, yes.
Hold on, Baine! Do not let the jailer take you!
I think he's going to. Baine, can you hear me?
I thought my end had come. It
I certainly had.
not for this champion. And you have my eternal gratitude, hero. I am Baine.
Were it not for your efforts, I'm certain my body and soul would have been trapped in this forsaken place for eternity. I owe you my life, Palanai. I'll fight to my last breath to repay this debt. Actually, funny thing, Zuljin and a random human hunter are actually have a similar oath going on, thing going on. If the other was to get killed, the other was to avenge the person. The other was to avenge them. And awkwardly, the human hunter now has to avenge Zuljin on a random demon. It's unknown whether he got to kill the guy or not. I choose to believe he did. As hard as that would be to figure out, I choose to believe he did. But it's kind of like cross-faction wise, kind of awkward, like how would that work? But like, it was done in one of the novels. I guess it's just meant to be a sign of camaraderie, and despite the factional differences, they're like, you know, fuck it, I like you.
We
I
serve
wish we had
as
more time for you
caretakers
to
of
recover,
this wood.
but we need to move.
Understood. Lead the way.
What would you ask the daughter of the sea?
Sorry. We must move quickly if we wish to find the waystone. The soul mentioned it. The soul mentioned it overlooks the cauldron, which will put it somewhere upon the ridge on the other side. Unfortunately, this area is swarming with the enemy's forces. Let's avoid engaging them lest we draw the jailer's attention. I can shoot us from sight, but we all have to stay together.
Single spot.
What are you, a rogue?
We seek a waystone located beyond the cauldron. Have you seen it? I spotted an obelisk of ancient stone upon the high ridge. It did not seem important. The jailer's forces pay it little heed.
I saw one
What do
pissing
you
on it.
think it is?
Our way out of here. We hope. for dreaming.
Zovo's cauldron is heavily fortified with the jailer's forces. Be wise to pass by undetected. Give the word and it'll shield us from their sight.
Be careful who you trust.
Jailer's forces seem endless. There is no way we can fight through them all. Jaina,
The true
can you
battle
hide us
lies
from
ahead.
their sight?
She already said she
My
can.
spell will get us past
Always
most
must
of
have
its
a
guards,
crowd.
but there will likely be some who can see through it. Stay close. We can't afford to draw their attention. Careful. These eyes can see through my spell.
Kind of reminds me a little of some of the
Size of the
cultist
jailer's
enemies from the
army
previous game.
rivals that of the Legion, and it's growing larger.
Coxcyrus? I'm sure some people want to Cox.
So many souls.
That don't work, guy.
Them all. The dead of Azeroth, Draenor, worlds beyond our imagination.
Bit much to say it's the same as same size as the Legion, though.
To be forged into weapons for the jailer. Despite all Sylvanas has done, I never
Here,
thought she would
this
fall
barrier will protect us.
I can make us invisible again. Give me a moment.
No, no loot. Certainly large, but it looks like more one of the Legion outposts in
Look, on the platform ahead. That
Outland.
must be the Waystone.
Not
We need to reach it.
Too much
before the
ground to
jailer
go.
takes notice.
Perdition. Yeah, some of these names I think are Coxcyrus. Seem like I have a slight knowledge of Greek mythology.
It seems
Sounds
to be
familiar.
locked into our presence. I can't find a way to activate it.
I don't think the stone is responding to us. I think it's responding to this champion.
Sometimes we must fight.
We made it. We can activate this waystone. We just might be able to escape this place. Handlin examines the obelisk intently. Never seen markings like this before. Blood and Titan artifacts, but this appears to be made by a different hand. Huh. Doesn't respond to me. I think Jane is right. The waystone's reacting to your presence. Perhaps you'll have better luck activating it. Stay on your guard. Jailer's forces paid this no mind when it was dormant, so they'll tell him what to do if it changes. Yeah, it might be because we're so smeared in azurite. It might be made by a different hand, but Titan shit gets stuff done.
When the jailer
light.
realizes our plan, he'll send all his forces against us.
I'm gonna grind my junk on
Our
it.
only chance is to keep them at bay long enough for the waystone to fully charge. Every second counts.
How do you know it even needs to charge? Shit, it's like the end of StarCraft Wings of Liberty all over again. Kinda want to replay it.
Responding to a mortal? Impossible.
But yeah, like I'm smeared in so much azurite stuff. I even have the necklace on. You know, I probably can, you know, count in a budgeted sort of way, you know.
Hold the line! The waystone must finish charging!
Don't know why they don't all just
We cannot let them
charge in. I suppose she might be able to AoE them. She's a mage. But coming in piecemeal just... I know, it seems stupid. Again, it's an issue a lot of enemies in games have. They underestimate their foes, even when it seems like they aren't. They just like, oh, let's rush them in easily manageable ways.
My forces are vast, endless. We have stopped endless armies before. We will never yield.
Because we're all collective idiots. Like, if all this charged at us, I might be able to last 8 seconds with my Divine Shield.
It's nearly charged. Do not falter.
You know? I might be able to last 8 seconds with my Divine Shield. And I'll be fucked then.
All that you see, all that you know, will be undone.
Why not just pepper us with crossbow bolts?
Jaina, something's wrong. It seems the Waystone has stopped charging.
The stone responds to you, champion. Try to activate it while we hold off the jailer's army.
The Waystone appears to be waiting for something. You reach out and touch its surface. We're going to be whisked away and they'll be re-imprisoned.
Nothing escapes the law.
Dodge it, Sauron.
To the inevitable.
Less him or the minions.
They've stopped their advance. The light is with me. Even here. Go, champion! Go! You have failed.
No. I have precisely what I need.
No Tyrande. It's vaguely elven. And female.
Agent of the Maw is attacking Oribos. Defend the Arbiter.
Hold. The Maw's power does linger upon them, but I sense... No, that cannot be possible.
What even accent is that? Stranger in an even stranger land. They have a quest by the other name. To do with allied people, but anyway. So it seems he wants a minion who can serve, who can open these portals. Well, that looks ominous and dangerous. It seems he wants a minion that can open these portals. Well, use the relics of the first one. So from that it sounds like there's bits of this place that might even be sealed off to him. If there's relics that he can't use. That, or he can use them, but none of his minions can. And he just wants a potent minion who can use it. Presumably, again, it's her necklace that's... Or the fact we're like, after showering an azurite juice for the last years, too. So, again, that's what I'm putting it down to. You arrive alone at the precipice of a strange city. Knowing the leaders of Azeroth remain trapped in the Maw. Wherever you are, it is very, very far. It's clearly very, very far from home. Appears the arrival's been noticed.
I will enforce
You are welcome.
Who are you, stranger? Where am I? Have I escaped the Maw?
Keep to the path.
We must bring them to the Overseers at once.
Come with us, stranger.
Is there faith in the purpose being tested? From the Maw? I refuse to believe it. That being reeks of the Maw. It must be the purpose. It guides us always. Are the same. It is said that the Arbiter is stirred. Are the same. The purpose guides us even now.
Reports from
A light in the current
scribes are
darkness.
unmistakable. The Maw shuddered for a moment, as if reacting to some change.
An ill omen to be certain. Overseers, what can it mean? This stranger appeared at the city's edge. I believe them to be a living mortal.
Another unexpected development. We shall see to their reception.
Friendly enough, all things considered, even though one of them wanted to skewer me for a moment. He was understandably confused. Immortal in Orbus. The purpose has brought immortal to us. Are you in charge here? Where am I?
Trust the purpose.
Impossible.
The purpose
Could it be?
to us.
That was kind of weird. It kind of looked like it jumped there or juddered. Could it be an actual mortal being in the Eternal City? The purpose be served.
The Eternal City must endure.
A living mortal. Incredible. Forgive my astonishment. I am Ka-Dalen, and am overseer of the Arbiter's attendants here in the Eternal City of Orbos. You outstand within the heart of the Shadowlands. That'll drop. While we're accustomed to receiving souls from all manner of worlds within the mortal realm, now before ours one arrived that is quite so corporeal. Answer honestly, mortal. Did you truly escape them all?
Fate guides your hand.
Yes, I escaped them all.
Every attendant in Orbos is taught that the maw is unbreachable. That the malevolent souls within were sealed away for all eternity.
This mortal's escape might mean the prison is weakening. If true, the banished one could...
No, there is bits you can access.
Kasher, purpose be praised. At long last, the Arbiter has stirred.
Wondrous news, honored voice. Mere moments ago, there was a disturbance at the boundary of the maw.
Yep.
Then this mortal appeared, claiming to have broken free of it.
A living mortal? Surely their presence here serves the purpose. If the Arbiter reacted to their arrival, perhaps they are the key to waking her.
Is this mortal worthy of such an audience? They may prove to be an agent of the jailer.
Unwitting.
It is the Arbiter's place to judge souls, Kasher, not ours. I will bring this mortal before her. With her voice have I spoken.
Blessed be her voice.
Blessed be her voice.
That was concerning to see. I thought there was like spiders attacking over there and they just didn't care. You spin me right round like a record, baby.
Come forth.
Finally, the purpose may be guiding us again.
Your path is chosen.
Ironically, the Arbiter, despite being a she, sounds awfully like Goliath from Gargoyles. I'm sure you get the joke I have here. If you don't, the Arbiter from Heya is voiced by the same guy whose name escapes me, but he voiced Goliath in Gargoyles. When I was playing through Halo 2, which is set to come out eventually, some of the mount movements really look weird over there. Like the dinosaur and... strange. Oh, sorry, I hit off the mic. Yeah, in Halo 2 I noticed he sounded familiar. And I went and looked it up and was like, shit, it's him. Or maybe that was Halo 3. Might have been Halo... Yeah, I think it was Halo 3. That will be coming out later. There's like a Halo 1 gap, Halo 2 gap. Halo 3, gap. Then the ODST, reach. Halo 4, gap. And other stuff. And then, the gaps vary. Like, I'm probably have like a year's worth of footage coming out between Halo 2 and 3, or whatever. Or maybe 3 and then the rest. So, yeah. Just know that it's all on the topic. Just know that much. I am Talinara, honored voice of the Arbiter. I speak for she who is ever silent. The Arbiter watches over Erebos. She blesses us with her wisdom. Every mortal soul that enters the Shadowlands passes before her for judgment. In the merest fraction of a moment, she sees every glory, every folly, every joy, every regret. With this knowledge, she chooses an ideal afterlife for that soul. At least she did. Not long ago, catastrophe struck and... Come, some things are better seen than explained.
I will consider your words.
The purpose has sent you to us. I know it. I'll join you.
With her voice,